This is TWiT.
You can buy a sofa from, I hate the name, Love Sac.
Name.
Horrible name, but very cool product. It's a sectional that has a surround sound system built into the sectional itself. I have to tell you, the number of times where I've thought, because I've got my television in front of me, and because Apple fixed this and it works now, I use my single HomePod, the original HomePod, not the HomePod Mini, but my single original HomePod. I wish I would have bought two, sort of, but I didn't. As the television output for watching stuff on the Apple TV. It sounds great. It sounds better than the TCL Zone speakers, and it works for me. But I've thought a number of times, not only about switching to a couple of HomePod Minis, but also about taking that HomePod and putting it near me and setting it near the sofa, which is across from the television, as opposed to having it on the other side with the television, because the audio right there next to you means you don't have to have it as loud, which is kind of nice. Right. And with the little bits of bass and stuff, with the little bit of rumble, that also feels good. Then someone would say, well, do a surround sound system. Not only are those pricey if you want to do it right, but then it also means sticking up these speakers in different places or putting them on posts. And there's a lot of work that goes into it.
Sure.
So somebody said, why don't we take all of these speakers and make them so that they are out of view and they are like touching you practically, so that those experiences sound like they're coming at you from right near you. I just think this is a really clever idea. I don't know if it's going to end up sounding muffled. I don't know. I'd love to be able to go check one of these out somewhere. But as Andrew Lesweski says on Gizmodo, put an upgraded movie theater experience in your living room with sounds thumping under your butt. Because yes, some of the speakers are built in under the sofa itself. Some of them are on the sides. And then, they said, well, while we're at it, hold my beer. I'm also going to build in a wireless charger and some charging ports on the side, so you can use those too. This is so cool to me.
It's cool. I think my biggest concern with it is I feel like what happens when a speaker breaks or something. I don't know. It's just it's a lot of moving pieces in your sofa, right? Where it's is it going to be a good sofa as well as good speakers? Are you good at one but not so great at the other?
Right.
I don't know. I mean, it's Harmon Kardon, which is a great. I mean, they're a solid speaker brand who they've teamed up with here. So I feel good about that. But yeah, I don't know. I'm fascinated by the idea. Like you, I'd love to try it out somewhere. I don't think I'm in the market, but I think it's clever, and it does get rid of that problem of having unsightly speakers littered around your living room.
Yes. So there are a couple of things. I wonder if they're using some sort of acoustically transparent foam or material, which is going to make it less comfy to sit on. And then I wonder too, it says different fabric finishes that are designed to allow sound to easily pass through. But I don't know, what happens if somebody spills water or some other thing on it? How much am I going to have to pay to replace that Harmon Kardon speaker? There are lots of questions here, but I do think it is a cool idea. And as I said, this is the part where I do wish that CES was an in-person thing in a safer world, because they would definitely have this at CES, and then I could go sit on it and say, yeah, this is awesome, or oh no, this is gimmicky. This doesn't actually work.
Right. Exactly.
Just shy of $3,000 if you want to own your own sectional with speakers inside.
Not cheap.
Not cheap. But then I thought about other sectionals that I've seen on Wayfair and stuff like that.
Pretty pricey. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you're going to buy, like you said, if you're going to buy a nice sofa and a surround sound setup, it could send you back more than $3,000 pretty easily.
Exactly. So who knows? Maybe as long as the sofa's comfortable.